Joining us now, politician Pauline Hanson, who's joining us from Queensland this morning. Pauline, good morning to you. What was your reaction as you heard of these events in Paris unfolding?
I'm actually devastated, and I actually offer my condolences to the people who have been murdered, and I will see murdered and injured in this horrific attack, and to the family and friends here in Australia. I'm devastated by it, and my message has been that we must be more vigilant in who we bring out to Australia. I get annoyed when I see our Prime Minister over there big-noting himself. He's on the world stage, he's our Prime Minister, saying, well, let's bring in another, possibly more refugees, and they will be Muslims. Can't we see that these refugees may be cells that have been brought out who have been planted ISIS into these to become refugees who will end up in Australia on Australian soil, and this, it is only a matter of time, will happen in Australia. Your last guest has said, or the guest before when I was listening, said that it is imminent that an attack will happen in Australia, and ISIS has claimed they do intend to attack us and spread it around the world.
Pauline, your views are regarded by some sections of Australia as being very clear and others as being very divisive. We've just had Bilal Raf on the program who spoke, in very lucid terms and made the point that around the world it's Muslims who suffer most from this type of terrorism.
I disagree, Cam. And a lot of these terrorist attacks, yes, I agree that not every Muslim is a terrorist, but every terrorist is a Muslim. You have to understand the Quran and their teachings, and a lot of these are actually to the nth degree. Haven't we been told that there are 400 cells of these people that Asia are investigating and keeping an eye on here in Australia? Haven't we been told that it's approximately about 150 that have left Australian shores to go and fight for ISIS? We have to be mindful of this. Yes, I was in a taxi the other day in Sydney, and it was a Muslim, and he was very pleased to see me, and he had no problem. And I said, why don't you, as a Muslim, come out against this? He couldn't answer me. He said, and I said to him, you can't, because you are in fear yourself. And I said, until you actually stand up and say, we condemn this, where's the Grand Mufti? Where's the leaders, the imams of this in this country and around the world? And I'll tell you another thing. When we had pedophilia in the Christian churches, we had a royal commission to actually bring them to justice for what they did to the innocents. This is what I've been calling for. Let's have a royal commission into Islam. Is it truly religion, or is it a political ideology that is sending its tentacles around the world to undermine our democracy, the Western way of life, and to destroy the non-believers? Muslims, if you are opposed to this murder and carnage that is happening around the world, then leave the religion. Why are you associated with a religion that promotes and does this? I can't understand it. And we need strong leadership. And I'll tell Malcolm Turnbull, he waffles on with a load of rubbish, all feeling soft and warm and fuzzy. Malcolm Turnbull, people don't want another 12,000 refugees in Australia. People of Australia don't want more Muslim refugees in Australia who may be ISIS plants. Protect and give the Australian people the security that they need and are screaming out for, and they want true leadership.
Pauline, we do have to leave it there. The news is upon us. Thank you very much for your thoughts this morning. You made them very clear, and we do welcome your thoughts at home about that.